how much money can you make from your AI music being on Spotify in 2026? Basically, how much money can you make per stream on Spotify? Short answer, it depends. I know, nothing more annoying than an ambiguous answer. Medium answer, not much. I know you're like, wait a minute, okay, this is getting kind of annoying. Let's get into the long answer. Let's get into the nitty gritty because it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Now, here's where things get pretty annoying. I'm gonna show you this right away. We can talk about Spotify, but also the other streaming platforms. On average, and I stress the word average, you're gonna make about 1/3 of a cent per stream. So basically, for every 3 streams you get on Spotify, 3 plays or listens to your AI music, and I wanna take a quick side note and say this. You may be thinking like, well, Mark, what about human music? Isn't pretty much any song on Spotify can make this amount? Potentially. We'll talk about that a bit later. But for right now, talking specifically about AI music, and again, we'll get to the nitty gritty a bit later. For every 3 streams, you make 1 cent on average. Now, you can see that looking at these platforms, some of them fluctuate. Like Tidal actually pays a good amount, 1 cent on average, or a little higher than 1 cent per stream. You can see Apple Music, almost about a cent. You can see these right here. But here's the things that get tricky. This is not a one-size-fits-all situation, which is why I said in the beginning, it is kind of weird. There's a lot of nitty-gritty that stuff that happens behind the scenes in terms of how many streams you get, of course, how many people would be signed up for Spotify Premium or these premium accounts, and a lot more. Because if I, like, say, go here, this is on Ditto Music right now. You can see that if I type in, let's say I get 1,000 streams on one of my AI songs. So I release a song via DistroKid, gets put on Spotify, it gets 1,000 plays. According to Ditto, I'm going to make about $4.37. I already did a dedicated YouTube video about how much money you can make from YouTube, and YouTube is a whole other category, which is why I did a dedicated video just about YouTube. This video is going to be more about Spotify, but also pretty much all the streaming platforms. And using the terminology I used in that YouTube video, this would be what I'm going to say a RPM of $4.37. RPM meaning the revenue per 1,000 impressions, which is the term that's used on YouTube. Not all views are created equal on YouTube. Not all streams on Spotify are created equal. And on average, according to Ditto Music, you would make about $4.37 for every 1,000 plays, streams, listens, etc., etc. That being said, if I go here, and this is on Lander right now, there's a royalty calculator, you can see that they have a bit of a different perspective, right? Where it says here that for 1,000 streams, I will get $3.61. So here's the thing. Who's right? Is Ditto right or is Lander right? Here's the truth. Both. Both are actually correct. Because when you look at the fluctuations of Spotify on the average and all that kind of stuff, it is a spectrum. It is not a hard cut. It's not for every 3 streams you get 1 cent. No, it can fluctuate. And maybe some months, depending on what's going on, maybe in some months, like Spotify actually is the higher one. But then in other months, for example, maybe Ditto is the higher one. That is what's kind of annoying, kind of frustrating about this. And that is something to keep in mind. So if I get, let's go to 20,000-ish, like just roughly go here. You could see that if I got 20,000, I would make, let's say, from Spotify, only about $72. I'm going to tell you right now, this is incorrect for YouTube Music. I think that's way too high, in my opinion. Maybe, I guess, if we're just talking about YouTube Music and not full on YouTube. But again, these fluctuate. You can see Deezer has the highest, which we will talk about. Again, keep this in mind. This is going to be an interesting thing of AI music versus human music. And Tidal's like $161. So you can see here that, again, there's many factors. Average stream royalties and this calculator should only be used as a guide. This is also estimated based off figures from the United States. So there's a lot of factors to this. Now, let's say this. Let's say you want to make, and I'm going to make numbers up, $36K in a year. Now, to some people in 2026, that is a livable wage. To other people, they're like, hey, there's no way I could live off $36,000 a year. I'm not sure what the medium, what is it, average income right now? Let me see. So in California right now, the average, actually probably the median is probably going to be a better estimate for that. 54K. So let's say like if I want to hit the median, I'm going to need more than 20,000 streams every day. Now, granted, you could argue this is also a combination of all these, right? If you get like a few streams here, a few thousand streams there. But I mean, let's say I do want to hit 54K in a year, right? 54K divided by 365 is we're gonna need about $150 a day. We need to make $150 a day in order to hit the median average. And the reason why I say actually median, the median salary, the reason why I don't want to do average is because that usually includes too many outliers. I think median sometimes can be a little bit better when it comes to that. I mean, you could look at a few different factors, but between 50 and 70K, right? So $150 a day. That's what I need in order to get that. You could see that if, let's say, it's happening on Deezer or Tidal, I'm all set, but those are smaller platforms. I think that you really have to look at things like Apple Music and Spotify. Now, Apple Music, I should be fine, but keep in mind with Spotify, I need to get a lot of streams. So we're probably looking at about here, about 40,000 streams daily. Now, some people would be pumped to get 40,000 streams on Spotify in just 1 month, right? Never mind daily in order to make it a semi-livable wage. Going back to what I touched upon for a brief second, why did I mention AI music versus human music? What is the difference when you look at AI versus human? And actually, there potentially is a difference. Now, here's something to keep in mind as you look at these numbers. As you can imagine, not that much. This is why a lot of people complain about how much money musicians make. Tons of famous artists, like even Snoop Dogg's talked about how he got like millions of streams and got paid almost nothing. Because if you think about it, not only do you not get paid that much from streams in general, but then too, for someone like Snoop or any other big artist, someone that goes to your manager and then your agent and then your and then all these different people, right? So you walk away with not that much. Now, the reason why I did bring up, the AI music for streaming thing is this. Already, like I just said, you don't make that much money from streaming. You need 3 streams just to make a cent. On average with Spotify, you make 1/3 of a cent per stream or per listen, right? Here's the things that are very interesting, especially for 2026. And I've mentioned this before, but I'll briefly touch upon it and skim past it if you're a dedicated subscriber. Deezer is the first platform to really go, I don't use the word against, but create a system for releasing AI music. These are something in their platform, in case you didn't know, where one, if you release a song that's AI generated, Deezer will try to detect it using their own software. It's not perfect, so keep that in mind, but they have their own software. If it gets detected, what happens is, one, when it comes to that release, there'll be a note saying, hey, this release may be AI generated. Keep that in mind. So you don't get flagged in like a bad way, but there is a little bit of a note for the listener. 2, you can still make money from it right now. So again, keep that in mind. You can still make money from it. But 3, you do not get recommended in any algorithmic playlist. What that means is this. Let's say I go to Deezer and I want to listen to EDM, type in like EDM or rock, hip hop or whatever. All the songs will be recommended. Think of it similar to like the OG Pandora days, right? I know Pandora's still around, but kind of, it's not as popular now as Spotify or whatever. Well, if it's going to recommend me a bunch of new hip hop songs or rock songs, or hey, if you like this, you might like this, none of those recommended songs, those algorithmically recommended songs, will be AI generated. If Deezer thinks that one of those is AI generated, it will not be recommended. Now, I actually think, I'll be honest, that is a genius approach. You're still allowing AI music to be on your platform. You're still allowing people to make money from it. You're still allowing people to listen to it. But you're just saying, hey, we want to really recommend human artists, not just AI artists, when it comes to this algorithmic recommendation that every other platform has, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And I say this because I could potentially see, and I'm going to be honest, this may be wrong, so keep that in mind, there being something in the future that, let's say, other platforms follow suit. AI music now, the cat's out of the bag, and even the general public now is realizing that if, let's say, you go on Spotify, specifically Spotify, which is arguably the biggest streaming platform right now, and you just listen to the EDM station, a good amount of the songs might actually be AI generated. Like I mentioned before, I have my own artist, which is Ferchero. That's my human music, my actual music. And then I have the Infinite Lamb Chop, which is only AI generated. There's a chance that you might listen to the Infinite Lamb Chop. And the Infinite Lamb Chop, I've mentioned this before, has been featured by like ESPN and all these other big platforms, because I have used a little SEO when it comes to the song titling to get a little more growth with the Infinite Lamb Chop. I guarantee 99% of people listening to the Infinite Lamb Chop and on Spotify and even on TikTok and how ESPN featured, I don't think ESPN knows that song that I released, I guess, was AI generated. And I wouldn't be surprised that as you go through 2026, as like I said, the cat's out of the bag, like Breaking Russ, I've talked about a Billboard artist that hit the charts in country, AI generated. I wouldn't be surprised that in some way, shape, or form, other streaming services follow Deezer's kind of path, where they're like, hey, enough is enough. We want to start supporting our human artists. A lot of human artists right now are really worried about AI music because if you think about it, if let's say you're an EDM Spotify and you're just scrolling through or like letting it just kind of play whatever it wants to play, like a radio station, any AI artist that gets recommended or played next is a stream or a listen that gets taken away from you. It gets taken away from a human artist. And I could see some platforms in 2026 following Deezer's path saying, hey, you know what? We're going to start recommending more human artists, or we're not going to recommend AI artists, et cetera, et cetera. And at that note, it's going to be harder and harder to get streams, harder and harder to get listens, harder and harder to get people to hear your music. Like with Deezer, it's harder to make money now from Deezer if you're an AI artist than a human artist, just because they're not recommending you algorithmically. And great, there's different ways people listen to music. Some people go to your station directly, or your artist, might as well say. Some people target the song directly. Sometimes it is just I'm gonna say doom listening. Maybe that's a bad way to word it, but you're just letting it play in the background as a radio station, and whatever comes up, comes up. Different people listen to music in different ways, so it's not like it's like full on getting rid of the potential for someone to hear music, but it's definitely lowering it. And so one, that's going to work against you if, let's say, other platforms follow suit. Two, and I think this is a big one I'll mention when it comes to this, and when it comes to what I just talked about, when it comes to the monetary aspect, I could see in an interesting way, and I may be wrong, I could see a platform like Spotify or maybe Deezer maybe be first, where they say, hey, we typically pay people, I don't know, what was it? I forgot what it was. It was probably like, I think Deezer is a pretty high paying platform. Let's say let's say it's half a cent. I'm going to make things up. Let's say it's a half a cent per stream. So let's say for every 2 streams, you get 1 cent. I want to be surprised if they say, you know what, if you're a human artist, you get 1 cent for every 2 streams. But if you're an AI artist and we detect it using our software, we're going to pay you less. We feel like that as Deezer, as the company, we feel like that because we want to support human artists, we want to make sure that the human artists get a bigger payout of our revenue. And keep in mind, there's a lot of accounting and math that goes into how much you get paid. Like I said, this is a very tricky situation in terms of you talking about, like I said, premium membership fees, how many times someone's streaming, ads, there's so many different factors. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of different factors. But I think a big thing to keep in mind is that I wouldn't be surprised because they basically use it as almost like a slice of the pie situation. They say, okay, we made this amount. We're going to divvy it up per stream because this and this. Like they kind of look at it as how much money do they make? And they use all this algorithmic stuff to figure out how much of that pie is going to go to you. I wouldn't be surprised if in some way they say, look, we want to give more money to the human artist or a bigger cut of that pie because you're human and because we want to support human musicians. To someone just going on Suno, making a song and releasing it, which by the way, you can do. I already did a video about how in 2026, DistroKid is still given the green light that you can sign up with the DistroKid, sign up with Suno, you make a song in Suno, you release it on DistroKid, boom, you make money from it. But I wouldn't be surprised because this is like a slice of the pie situation if other streaming platforms, these are maybe being the first, will give you less money for stream with AI music. That wouldn't surprise me if that happened in 2026. Now, granted, I don't know. Does Deezer want to do that? Maybe they're already going, again, I don't want to say against AI music, but making it well known that they want to keep in some ways, certain things separate. Like I said, your music will be flagged, not in a bad way. Flagged usually has like a negative connotation. Think of more of like a note. If you, for example, if you go on Deezer right now and look at the Infinite Lamb Chop, my AI artist, there is notes saying, hey, there's like a little eye saying this song or this songs or this album or this artist may be AI generated. Yeah. That makes sense. It is. But also, the fact that you can still make money from it and everything, but I wouldn't be surprised because of the slice of pie situation that Deezer says, you know what, we just want to give more money to human artists than AI artists. So therefore, we're going to have to make it harder for you to make money. Now, granted, I don't know. This might not never happen. To Deezer, they might say, hey, you know what, tomato, like we're doing enough that we can to kind of still give, good credit to our human artists, but we still don't want to penalize anybody in a way for releasing AI music.